I'm a walking erection. Spin without a thought, we do it reckless. Your nigga call us texting. You said, baby, don't be mad, you know how bread is.
Open your mouth, you speak good to me. I ain't built like you. Fucking with a G.
Hi, Scorpio. All right, welcome back to Dream Tarot. I'm going to be doing a you versus them reading today on this Saturday. And yeah, we're going to be talking about a romantic connection that you may have, a friendship, or a family connection, just depending on what the energy is going to give today. We're going to talk about how you feel about this person and how they feel about you. All right. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for your energy to start off, Scorpion. And then we're going to get cards about your person, whoever this person is, and see what are they feeling towards you at the moment. All right, let's get started. I hope you're doing great, Scorpio. Let's see what's the tea. All right, so how does Scorpio feel about this person, whoever this person is, whether they're a romantic connection, a friend, or a family member? How does Scorpio currently feel about this person? All right, and how does this person currently feel about you, Scorpio? Let's get 3 cards for their energy. How do they currently feel about you? All right. Bottom of the deck is the 8 of Swords. So immediately what I'm hearing is self-sabotage. So it does feel like either on your end or on this person's end, they could feel, I feel more so their person's end, they could feel like you self-sabotage this connection. Like maybe you're thinking too much into it, or maybe if there was like some petty drama or a petty argument or something that feels minuscule to them, but maybe to you, you take it differently and you feel like, no, this was actually a big deal. They feel like maybe there was like some self-sabotage here. Also, with that 8 of Swords, that gives me that one of you, someone just can't move on. So even if you guys had an argument and you said, Scorpio, okay, I'm done with this. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Or I'm breaking up with you. Or I don't want to be your friend anymore. This person feels kind of stuck or tied to this connection. They're like, okay, you feel that way, but I'm not just so easily to move on and pack my bags and move forward. I feel still tied to this situation. Under that, we have the 9 of Swords. So there's this energy of like thinking a lot about each other. There's a lot of anxiety around this connection. So whenever you are before them, you don't feel well rested, you don't feel comfortable. There could be a lot of either awkwardness or just anxiety surrounding the situation. You know what it feels like, Scorpio? I'm just going to say this, and this could be far-fetched for some of you, but see this may like hit right on the head, but I have to say it because it's like really on the tip of my tongue. It feels like someone in this connection, and this could be you, Scorpio, you just don't trust this person like moving forward. Like you could be a Scorpio who's had a lot of heartbreak, whether that's with your own family, your parents, your siblings. It could start there. And then it led into your friendships and your adolescence when you were in school, middle school, high school, college. You've had a lot of heartbreak from people that you truly were devoted and loyal to. And then it's over to romantic as well. So you've had boyfriends, girlfriends who broke your heart as well. And it kind of led you to like not trust people, and your discernment is very high. So even if something petty happened with this person, you're like foreshadowing the connection, and you could be like, I don't think this is going to work because I'm trying to avoid future heartbreaks. I'm trying to avoid putting myself a line and then trusting and believing in a person so much that it leads me to doom. So in that case, it could feel like self-sabotage. But again, there is still an elephant in the room, where it's like something happened and it does need to be treated as a special case. Don't just overlook this and say, oh, we fought, it's nothing. people fight, whatever, it's nothing. People do fight. That's normal. In connections, you're going to have disagreements, but they also should be tended to and cared for. So I just feel like someone has had a lot of disappointments already, and they're like, I cannot fathom another disappointment. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. All right, let's talk about what's going on your side of the end, how you're currently feeling. Okay. You have this Nine of Cups energy of just being like self-serving energy. I feel like how you feel about this person is that they can be very self-serving, they can be very self-indulgent, like they go about life just like thinking about themselves. And even if they don't mean to, it does feel very like they overlook the people around them and their needs and their wants. It's kind of like someone really pays attention to their desires, and they kind of like overlook what other people may be missing in that connection. It's like, it's not only about you. A connection goes two ways. And it's not only about if you're feeling good today and if you're happy and if you're feeling desired. It's also play back on that person that you're wanting to have a connection with. You should also be invested in my needs, my wants, my desires. So I kind of see you moving forward in this connection now, putting yourself first, or just being a little bit more selfish in this connection, but it's based off of how this person made you feel. Like, if you're all about self, then I'm going to be all about self. Okay. So it gives like, I'm only acting this way because that's the energy I've been getting from you. So I'm just going to adopt your mannerisms. And then maybe that's a way that you'll wake up and see how you've been treating me, or you won't like it, but this is how I've been feeling all along, and you've been oblivious to that fact. So the Nine of Cups is here. Okay. I also feel like, it's the weekends, and, there's going to be parties going on in the weekend. Super Bowl weekend is here. So there could be a lot of like just indulgence. Like maybe you're just getting a lot done one day when it comes to self-care. Like you could be getting your nails done. You can be getting a haircut. You could be getting your hairstyle done for my feminines. You could be going to get a massage. Maybe you're shopping for a new outfit. So there is like a self-indulgence, self-care energy in radiating from you, Scorpio. I also feel like maybe you would be piggybacking off of someone else. Like, oh, what are you doing today? I'm going to come join. But you learned really quickly with this person that when you do that, you're not really included. Like, okay, Scorpio's coming by, so let me make sure to buy them. I'm at a cafe. Come join me, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio's coming. All right, I know Scorpio loves a blueberry muffin with the strudel on top, so I'm going to order that for them. And they also like your cappuccino. So do you have a cappuccino? But Scorpio likes a little bit more foam on the top. Can you do like a little foam and maybe make some artwork, like an owl? Okay, make that for Scorpio. Like someone just they disregard you. If they invited you to come hang out with their friends, they're not like including you in. It feels very secluded. It feels like you just have to sit where there's an open seat. You know what I'm saying? You ever been to somewhere and everybody's sitting down? It's like, okay, the person that I know is at the table. Maybe they would have saved me a seat so I feel comfortable, so I can be included in the group. It almost feels like when you come to the table, the two seats next to this person is filled and they're just chatting away and they're just like, loving the attention. And there's like this lonely seat at the end of the table that you just have to kind of sit down, and then you have to you forge your way into a group. So it kind of feels like someone, especially if this is like a lover, I feel like some of you guys are introduced to this lover's friends and family, but they don't make you feel comfortable. They don't say, okay, I saved this for Scorpio, or they don't even speak about you. They don't say, oh, Scorpio's coming. Scorpio's this kind of person. They're very, they can come off very private, but once you get to know them, they're very open and they're loving. The thing I love about Scorpio is that they're so loving, they're so intelligent. And, I never felt this love from Scorpio. Like someone doesn't give you like an introductory when it comes to meeting new people. So I'm getting that vibe as well. And it just feels very like lonesome. It feels like, okay, why are we friends? Why are we lovers? Why are we family if I always feel so lonely when I'm with you? That's what it feels like. Okay. So again, Nine of Cups. And then We have the Wheel of Fortune. So you do notice the positive changes from this person. There could have been a list, right, Scorpio, where you're like, okay, this is this person's great qualities and this is their not so great qualities. And you have seen that this person has been getting better over time, but there's still something that someone chooses not to work on. And it's really bothering you. It's like, okay, you worked on these other things, but that wasn't the thing that bothered me the most. So it's good that you're working on those qualities, but what about what we talked about? What about this energy that I felt like wasn't lacking and it really bothered me? What about that? So someone's changing a lot and you do notice the change in this person, but you're like, okay, but the biggest change that really bothered me, the reason that we're having this drama or these arguments or these disagreements, you have failed to like try to get into. And bring us to the Five of Wands. It's still like some petty shit, excuse me, which going on between you and this person. Even though they're changing a lot, they're changing like the easy things. Someone takes like the easier route. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, there's something really bigger to Scorpio that bothers Scorpio. I brought this up. Maybe I would appreciate if you were trying to show me your changes towards that versus the things I don't even talk about, you know? So you do notice this person's change. You know, if this person tells you, Scorpio, I'm changing so much, why don't you notice? You do notice that, but there's something much bigger that really bothers you that is still the same. And you're like, okay, that's cute. You're doing these things for yourself. I'm happy for you. But at the same time, what about this? The biggest thing that I always complain about that really bothers me, triggers me. What about that? So Five of Wands. Now in this person's energy towards you, the first card we have is the Hierophant, which is so interesting. All right. So this person, it's very interesting because I'm getting like this person complains about you following the rules, or you're very traditional in the way that you have your values and your ethics. So in a friendship, you know, you like the textbook definition of a friendship. You're not about all these, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know, there's this person could have different customs of what they see a friendship, what they see family values as, what they see a relationship as. And it's just very different from what could be your norm. And someone sees you as just being stuck in your norm and you don't know how to think outside the box and you don't know how to adapt to new ways of thinking. But it's kind of weird because it's like, okay, say this is like a connection, like it's romantic and it's a relationship. You would go back to text terms of saying, I want to be courted and I want you, if we're going to be having sex, I need respect, you know, I need to be exclusive with you. And I should be meeting your friends and your family at a certain point. We should talk about marriage at a certain point. We should talk about how we're going to further this connection. And someone kind of wants you to like F all the rules, it's going to wing it. And it's not very the thing with that, winging it can be very fun and exciting, thrilling. It can be new, but there's also that energy of like, well, where is this headed? You know, what kind of friendship are we going to have down the line? You know, what kind of relationship are we going to have down the line? What's our family energy down the line? And winging it also doesn't guarantee certain things that should come eventually, you know? And it's kind of like if I fall for anything, then I'll stand for nothing. And all of my respect will be gone because you just been treating me however you wake up that day. However you wake up is what you want to do. And it's like, no, I need some respect. You need some order. You need some type of routine. And someone is kind of like digging at you for that. They're like, I don't know why Scorpio is so textbook, but I feel like for you, that means a lot, you know? It kind of goes down to your loyalty. And with loyalty comes respect. So it's like if I feel like you're not respecting me and you're not loyal to me and we're just having fun, that's not going to make me sleep well at the end of the day. Okay? This person also feels like you broke with them. So you're done being their friend. You're done being their, done being family members with them. You denounce them from your throne, okay? And they feel like you're just done with them. And on top of that, you're really done, the hermit. You really took some time to yourself to just, you know, you don't want to be distracted by this person's energy. You're like, if I say I'm done, I'm done. Sometimes people will say they're done, still entertain text from someone, they'll still entertain conversation and communication, they'll still interact with them on social media. I feel like for you, this person feels like you cut all that crap out. Some of you guys could have blocked this person, Hermit, or you're just not engaging back and forth. If they are sending you messages, it's like, okay, we're broken up. And then the next day they're sending you, good morning, beautiful, good morning, handsome, can't wait to see you this weekend. You're not entertaining that. You're like, I don't know what you heard, but I know what I said yesterday. Okay. So that's that. So very interesting dynamic between you and this person. I think that's where that self-sabotage comes from. I feel like on this person's side, they feel like you didn't give them a fair chance, that you kind of just like quit really easily. But on your side, you're like, there's things that I've been allowing to happen. If I keep allowing it to happen, then I will never get what I truly desire out of a connection, which is respect and loyalty. So I see both sides here. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards and see what's up. All right, 9 of Cups for my Scorpios, 9 of Cups. Ooh. All right, Queen of Cups. So there's a feminine here for sure. There's a feminine here. I don't know if you're a masculine or a feminine Scorpio, so I'm going to speak on both sides because I definitely want to get both sides. So if you're a feminine Scorpio, you still care about this person. You still care about their needs. You still really care and nurture their wants from this connection and what they want from you. But you also learn that you're getting the short end of the stick. And you're like, okay, I got to kind of put my emotions out of it. Even though your emotions are not really out of it with that Queen of Cups in reverse, you still care very deeply. But the fact that you care so much is really like triggering you. It's putting you in a negative. So with that being said, now you're starting to just self-indulge and just be a little bit more selfish with this person because that's how you've been getting treated. If you're masculine, you could be dating a fellow water sign, which is like a Cancer, another Scorpio, or a Pisces, or you have a feminine here that care about you, but they could have been put in their negative from past experiences where they don't know how to give properly. And you just been giving and they've just been taking. And at a certain point, my masculine, it comes to a point where like, okay, I know when I'm not getting a good deal out of something. I know when to pull out. And I feel like some of you guys, my masculines, you are pulling out and you're like, okay, I can still tell that they care about me, they love me, but they have a weird way of showing it, right? All right, what's the Wheel of Fortune? All right, the Moon card. Okay. So I'll say this. I feel like someone has changed quite a bit from when you first met them. It gives like when someone gets comfortable with you, they show their true side. When you first start dating someone or you first become someone's friend, you're only going to get like the positive energy and it feels great and it's such a fun ride. But eventually we're going to get down to the nitty gritty and the rough ends of each other. And there may be things that we don't like from each other, but also that person, yourself, Scorpio, you don't like about yourself, but it's just your true self and you're working on it. Things that this person doesn't like about themselves, but it's their true self and they're working on it. I feel like there's been a lot of hidden personalities coming from this person based off of how you feel. Where you feel like they change a lot. There's positives, but there's also negatives that you just didn't know it runs so deep. Moon card. Something runs very deep, and now you're very alert. I'm getting like a bloodhound. You know how bloodhound can like sniff bullshit from a mile away? That's kind of what you're getting with this person. So if you were charmed in the past, someone would say the magical words and you just kind of wouldn't worry about something, even if your intuition was telling you to worry about it, you're like, oh no, we're good. They reassured me we're good. I feel like now, even when someone tries to charm you and, when they know that you're catching on and they try like say things to kind of steer your direction or steer your intuition, you can't ignore it. It's like a bloodhound. It's like if you had a bloodhound and they're like barking at the middle of the night and you're just trying to get some sleep and you're like, can you shut up, Stacy? Sorry, it makes me laugh when people name their dogs human names, like, human names, Bethany, Abigail, Jaren, it's so funny to me. Anyway, um, so it's like, shut up, Tabitha. And it's like, Tabitha's not going to shut up because even though you're tired and you're too lazy to get out of bed and sit there calling, I can smell this shit from miles away. So I need to be alert so that when the shit happens, you can't blame me. So it's giving bloodhound energy where it's like, I can't ignore even the things that someone's telling me not to ignore. Or like if I see something and someone's trying to charm me to like not pay attention, I still am paying attention, you know? Five of Wands, there was like some drama that happened between you and this person that you are not over. You're still paying attention to it. Maybe because someone tried to dismiss it so easily, it's not giving that for you. You're like, no, I need some justice in the situation. So what's the Five of Wands? Five of Wands is the Three of Wands. Okay, so something has arrived. Almost feels like someone conjured up something, and I don't mean that in like a negative witchy way. I mean that in a way that someone manifested something. So say someone really wanted to get back together with their ex, but their ex kind of just was ignoring them for the longest time. And it was just such a tumultuous situation. That ex could be popping up right now. Say someone had like in friendship, say someone had some drama that they truly wanted to reconcile so badly. And it was like they really wanted to get to the bottom of it, but for some reason it wasn't coming into fruition. It's coming into fruition now. Some of you guys conjured this up. Some of you guys were like, God, give me a sign about this person. Are they the person for me? And then it's here. And it's like, like a high priestess moment or a high priest moment, that there's something here meant to warn both of you, not just you away from this person, warn themselves too, like, hey, this needs to be handled, this needs to be healed, this needs to be talked about, this needs to be addressed. And it's here, but someone's trying to say, oh no, it's not here, is whatever. So say it's an argument that this person feels like it's so small. You're like, no, I see the deepness in this, and this is really going to be a catapult of more drama unleashing down the line. So why not nip it in the bud now? It's like someone's trying to put something off for later, or someone's trying to downplay something that will be integral, will be very apparent down the line. It's like, okay, say someone like got drunk and yelled and got really out of character and really scary one night. And then the next morning they're like, oh, I just had too much drink. I don't know where that came from. It's not a big deal. It's like, no, we're going to have some drunk nights. We have a festival we're going to in the summertime. We're going to Cancun in September. We're going to have some more drunk nights. So let's talk about this because that was scary. I'm very concerned. Okay. So that's what it's saying. Now, let's go to this person's energy. They have the heart. So they feel like you're so straight to the textbook. You have your values, you have your ethics, and you don't bend. All right. So the Hierophant, what is that about? Page of Swords. Okay. You have a very much like a therapist energy where you pick up things in people that they may not see in themselves. And that's just not even towards this person. I feel like that's towards your friends in your life. I feel like that's towards strangers, just talking to them. I feel like this is towards your family, towards your friendships. You just kind of are able to pick apart the things people may not be seeing. And that Page of Swords is very like detective, investigative. So it's like, if you think about like a detective, when they're speaking to people, they may be asking questions that seem very like minuscule, or they may be asking questions that people don't understand at the moment, but they're really trying to piece together the problem at hand. And I feel like you have that energy about yourself. Someone feels like it's so textbook. Oh, you're so college. You're so like, you're so like you have a degree and that's all you see things. You don't see things from the other side. You're not loose, you're very like uptight. You're trying to get down to a situation. And also what scares this person a little bit is that you know things and you see right through them. Your intuition is so on point about this person. You read them like a book, the Hierophant. All right. You're like a teacher here. Like you sense someone's bullcrap from a mile away. The death card, they feel like you broke up with them. All right, they feel like it was impulsive, like self-sabotage. Okay, Eight of Swords. Knight of Wands in reverse is very impulsive or careless. Maybe you didn't think about this person's feelings or how they're going to be able to move on from this. The fact that they can't move on with that Eight of Swords. One feels like you kind of just made an impulsive decision to end things and you didn't really think things through. Okay. What's the Hermit? Hermit is the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. So again, we're going to talk about both sexes here. If you're feminine, masculine could, or this up feminine, your friend, whoever, could feel like you are just so cold-blooded in the way that you just kind of cut off communication and just kind of disappeared from their life. If you are a masculine, there's a feminine here that feels very slighted and they could have a bitter taste in their mouth based off of the fact that you cut off communication. Okay, so that's how you guys are both feeling. So if this was to reconcile, right? Or if you guys were able to have a conversation, a real conversation, what would you guys both want from each other moving forward? Let's see what that's about. All right, so Scorpio was able to move forward with this person. What would Scorpio truly want from this situation? What would Scorpio truly want? And what would this person truly want from Scorpio moving forward? What would this person truly want from Scorpio moving forward? Let's see. All right. Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this is all about like gift giving. So someone could give you a gift or just come in very generous. So if you are thinking about reconciling with someone, I feel like there's a gift involved or there's like a special date involved or someone's buying you something, but it's very expensive. It's not like cheap. It's super expensive. And someone trying to show you how generous they can be. They're not self-serving. They're not selfish. They're not self-indulgent. They have been thinking about you and they want to show you in a special way. And that could be through money, gift giving, charity, doing something for you, acts of service, that kind of thing. But it's a big deal. It's not small. All right. On your end, what you could possibly want is justice. You want an apology or you want this person to balance things out. If you've been doing wrong, if you've been very selfish, you need to pour back into this connection in a way that I deserve. Or I need an apology from you. And I want you to be very like real and genuine with that apology, the justice card. You also could want temperance, which just is like a peace of mind. Maybe you feel like things were just getting very stressful for you with this situation and you just kind of want to be at peace. You also want to be at peace of how this person feels with you and how they regard you, not only just in front of your face, but to other people, you know? And balance also with that temperance just talks about like being in balance in everything that they do. Okay. So if you are going to be all of yourself, give back to Scorpio. If you're going to, you know, overdo a night, take a step back and just chill the next night, you know? There has to be a balance in things. It can't be a repetitive of chaos. We got to have some peaceful days as well. We have the Star card here. So you definitely want this person to do some deep inner work or healing. You also want to heal the connection, but not in a superficial way. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, let's move forward. It's like, no, this takes some time. This takes digging deep, and this takes some real genuine energy coming back and forth. It needs to be some time that we can really, you know, heal so that I stay optimistic about where this connection is headed. Because as of now, I feel like you're only out to hurt me down the line, and that's not a good feeling, right? Now, what does this person want from you, Scorpio? They really want to reconcile. Six of Cups. They want to revisit this. They don't think that you guys are done. They feel like you guys had too many moments to kind of just throw to the wayside. And this person just very much is you quite a bit. So they definitely want to see you again and see if you guys can reconcile things and get to the bottom of this. All right, we have the Queen of Swords, okay? So whether this is a feminine coming towards you or a masculine, I feel like if this is a feminine, they definitely want to release the things that are making them feel very cold and bitter. They don't want to be someone who is not able to dig deep into their emotions. They don't want to be someone who just doesn't have value for new people coming into their life. They definitely want to be more open and in their nurturing energy, but it takes what? Healing, right? And then if you're feminine, there's someone coming towards you that just doesn't want you to be so cold towards them. They want to see your sensitive side. They want you to be able to open up with your emotions and show off your nurturing side. They don't want to come towards you and feel like they're just speaking to a wall. And that brings us to the next card, the Nine of Wands. Someone feels like you're super guarded and they want to know that if they're going to come and mend things, will you let your guard down so that you guys can get to the bottom of things and it doesn't feel like they're just speaking in one ear and out the other, or that you won't even show how you feel, or you won't even open up about your feelings. So it does feel like it's not easy. It definitely doesn't feel easy, this reconciliation, but you know, it's not going to be easy on both parts. Both parties here have a lot to shed or should shed, right? Okay. So let's get your last words. Give me some last words for my Scorpio dealing with this situation. I have one that just fell on my lap. Any more? Any more for Scorpio? Okay. Bottom of the deck says spring. Okay, so spring will be here before we know it. And maybe that's the time period that you and this person can reconcile on a very genuine level. Like now, it just feels like a lot of game playing. It feels like mind games. It feels like jokey energy, like someone's not taking it seriously. So maybe spring will be the time that's dedicated to healing between you and this person. The card that fell on my lap, we have I regret what I did. We have kids, so kids could be very significant in this situation, or something could be bringing you back to your childhood. All right, Scorpio, you're coming out in your own reading. Maybe some of you guys are dating another Scorpio, who knows, or friends with another Scorpio, or family members of Scorpio. We have jealous of you, which is interesting. All right, so definitely that. What else do we have here? We have drugs. No judgment, you know, but definitely if this comes out, there's like a thought of that. Because I got like a drunken night, but maybe someone was on a binger or something, you know, and they acted out of character and it could have been very scary. And it's like, okay, we can't just sweep under the rug like it didn't happen. I'm concerned for you. All right, let's see. Have February, Pisces, or an Aquarius, and February is this month. So maybe February, some things are going to be taken care of and noted. Manipulator. August, Leo or Virgo. August could be very important as well. We have March, Pisces, and March, Aries. And March could be very significant. We have You Make Me Happy. So someone may say that to you. We have I'm pregnant, surprise. So kids definitely could be a topic of conversation because it's like if someone's pregnant, there's some things we may need to get in order before these children come to play, right? It's like I don't want to continue on this kind of toxic energy and we're bringing kids into this world. We have wig slide, which is always so funny to me. And with that being said, we have sexy haircut / hairstyle. So some of you guys are really getting your hair done today. It's a Saturday, so or very soon. I wasn't expecting it to go this far. So someone wasn't expecting you to pump the brakes and break up with them. I can guarantee you that. Balanced relationship. That's all you want, Scorpio. And I feel like this person wants that as well, but they could have been very careless in the beginning and not taking into account the other party in this situation. There's two people here, not just you. All right, we have childhood trauma. Again, like I said, something does feel like childhood related. And then last but not least, we have Capricorn. So a Capricorn could be this person for sure. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. I hope that this helped you. Definitely like the video, comment down below, let me know your story, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss your next Scorpio reading coming out very soon. If you want to see some predictions for your weekend and you missed it, I did do a live reading of all signs for what you're not expecting this week. It is on my channel, so definitely check that out. All right, Scorpio, I love you guys so much. I wish you guys the best, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.